Hi there, my name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where I take a look at the lectionary text and I tie into an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer or the kids' room or the garage. That is how I've been doing it. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. Thank you for your partnership in this ministry, and most importantly, thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. This is for Christ the King, or Reign of Christ Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the church year. As we move into the Sunday following is the beginning of Advent, November 30th. And there is a commercial announcement. Advent. I have an Advent devotional that I wrote, Ground Floor Grace, and the Western North Dakota Synod. If you're not in ELCA Lutheran, that is how we break up our church body in the States. But Brad Dawkin and a group of folks wrote some worship helps, which they are offering for free. So I'm just letting you know, I'm going to put a link in the notes for those worship helps, and also I've got a link to where you can buy the PDF. You could still get the book, and I have copies of the book. I have about 50 copies of the in print, physical, that you could order from me. They're $10 if you order 10 copies or more. I'll cover shipping, but or you can get the PDF, and there's a link in the show notes, and it says about basically if you worship one person to 30, there's a price. There's 30 and 31 to whatever, and it's broken into about 4 different tiers. Price-wise, gives you the rights to use it however you want in your congregation. So check that out. Anyway, that's coming up. That's why I put the PDF, because you can get the PDF and get it to your members and stuff like that. So anyway, I really enjoyed writing this book, and I'm very proud of it. So I'm proud of the devotional. So I'm hoping you get use out of it as well. If you want a copy of the PDF for your own personal use, make a donation to the Dollar Store Children's Sermon, and in the note, give me your email address so that I can send you the PDF copy for your own personal use. All right, there we go. So, like I said, Reign of Christ Sunday. So I wanted to show you. I've been keeping something in a package here. I've been keeping something in a package. It's so important I sent it priority. And for those of you who don't know what priority is, it means it gets there about 2 hours before regular mail. I've been keeping all of the things that I've done wrong. I've been keeping them in this box, and I've really had to pack it full because I mess up quite a bit. I asked God to forgive me, but I'm holding on to this because just in case God didn't, just in case Jesus said no, that's too much. It's so. Well, wait. Actually, it's not heavy at all. Wait a minute. I put all the stuff I did wrong and I asked God to forgive me, and now it's empty. It's empty. What? I'm going to have a word with God. God took all my stuff, all my sins, all my wrongdoings, and got rid of them. Wow. That's weird. That's the object. Using a box of some sort or an envelope of some sort, you can go down to your post office and get a box, a priority box, and it seals and it looks all official, and it's an empty box. Reign of Christ. The gospel lesson is the two thieves in Jesus on the cross, and one thief says, "Father, forgive me." He asks for forgiveness, and Jesus says, "Today you will see with me. Today you will be with me in paradise." Or I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise, and that's the good news and the grace in that. He is on the cross. He's been crucified for what he did. We don't know exactly what he did, but he's being crucified for it. And the two thieves have that conversation going on. But this is pretty. You can imagine that it's possibly pretty terrible. And here, this thief on the cross gets forgiven. And there's so many things that we've done, things we've messed up with. And I mean, and the thing is it's universal. Little kids know it, adults know it, that we feel it in our gut, the ways that we've messed up. And many times that makes us feel unlovable. And so we want to hold on to that stuff. And I'm leaning into, in the reign of Christ, is that we experience God's grace. We experience Christ wrapping us in God's arms and saying, you are loved. And that stuff that you're holding on to, I've gotten rid of it. So now it's our time to let it go. So that's the springboard I'm going. I've done a number of other children's sermons on the reign of Christ. Whether it be like New Year's Eve, whether it be throwing a party, whether it be stopping by Burger King if you're in the States and getting some of those crowns and talking about all of those things. But this is the direction I'm going this year, is the sense of leaning into that, on that gospel lesson, the thief being forgiven, and we're forgiven. So my pause is that I realize I'm saying thief on the cross. I need to go back and look, because I'm not sure if it gets named that, if the person on the cross gets named the thief on the cross. I'm just in my head, I've just said that. So I need to go back and reread it. Anyway, the one on the cross that asks for forgiveness, and the reign of Christ is that God's grace flows out. Here in John, that all people will be dragged to the cross, using an image, the Greek word for someone fishing with a fishing net. That's a different text, but still. All right, I'm hoping this can be useful for your own children's sermon. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. Thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. Peace.